Bright Memory Infinite has certainly stunned those who have seen the pre-release video and trailers for it for the Nintendo Switch. It finally arrives on the eShop this week in form of the Gold Edition, and thanks to the publisher, I've had a chance to dive into the game and see what it's all about. Is the gameplay as good as the pretty visuals? More importantly, is it worth getting? Find out in today's video, so hang on, make sure to subscribe to the channel as I give you the rundown on Bright Memory Infinite Gold Edition for the Nintendo Switch. Bright Memory Infinite is a first-person shooter with melee elements that is very reminiscent of some faster-paced FPS games with some definite inspiration from the Crysis series. Originally released in 2019 as Bright Memory, the game was remade and expanded in its new Infinite form. Here on the Switch, it takes the form of the Gold Edition that combines all the costume and customization DLC in one package. In this game, you take control of the main character, Shelia, as she is tasked with stopping a military organization from gaining a power that could destroy the world. I'll be honest though, the story is paper thin and ends abruptly in the end, and we'll get to that in a moment, so don't get too caught up in the story details. All you need to know is you just gotta beat up on some bad guys. Speaking of beating up the bad guys, that is the really fun part of this game. As you advance in the story, you'll get access to weapons that take the form of a rifle, a pistol, sniper rifle, and a shotgun. These can be all upgraded with secondary fire modes to add to the variety and produce some powerful results. In addition, the main character has a melee weapon, typically a sword, that she can use to slice up enemies, as well as block and parry enemy attacks. You'll be able to upgrade and gain new abilities, such as being able to create a shockwave, pull enemies in with a grapple, or even stop time on an enemy. The combat is generally very fun, as you'll use all your abilities at your disposal to just decimate everyone. For the most part, I really love the gameplay in this game, and it's a good time once you get a feel for the combat. It's definitely a highlight for this game. Oh, and I have a big shout out to the aiming. It features gyro aiming assist to be a little extra sharp with the aiming, and that is just something I love with FPS games on the Switch that include that. But hey, gameplay is nice. Let's talk graphics. In motion, this game is a looker, and I cannot deny that. It's pretty responsive in its frame rate, and heck, the game even looks pretty darn impressive at times, and you may find yourself doubting at times that this is even on the Switch. That said, if you do look deeper, you'll notice some textures that are downright ugly in certain spots. In motion, you won't really notice it though. I feel like the developers put heavy emphasis on how the game performs when in the middle of crazy combat. So if you got to choose, hey, that's where it's going to count the most, so I get it. So at this point, you're probably thinking, hey, gameplay seems fun, graphics seem good for the most part, this is a recommend, right? I should get this, right? Oh, I'm afraid I got some bad news. Sadly, I cannot fully recommend this game. First and foremost, this game is $20 on the eShop, and just like the original release, this game is short, like painfully short. First time through, I clocked a gameplay of just over 2 hours. This game is over far before it even gets going, hence why I said earlier, don't worry about the plot. 2 hours is just too short for a game at this price tag. Yes, you can play through the game again with all your upgrades, but really, that's it. It was something that was a concern with the original game, and yes, they did try to address it in this version. But again, it just ends up being way too short. It's disappointing too, as the game seems to have a good engine. And I feel like there's something here if they just put more meat on the bone. But yeah, this game ends just too soon. Game length is always going to be a subjective thing, but 2 hours gameplay time is just too short to ignore. Also at the moment, the game is a bit crash happy. I did encounter roughly 6 game crashes throughout my playthrough. Luckily, the game did save progress each and every time. That can be and hopefully will be addressed in a patch. So yeah, it just pains me to say I just can't really recommend this game in its current state. I love the good parts. I want more of that. But to be this short at that price tag is just a no-go for myself personally. If you're okay with that, hey, by all means go ahead and get it. I can't say the game wasn't fun, because it was a lot of fun for the short time I played. There's something here that is definitely eye-catching, and hopefully, for the next game, it'll be a much more lengthy adventure. Anyway, that's my review for Bright Memory Infinite Gold Edition for the Nintendo Switch. If you do plan on getting the game, let me know in the comments down below, and for those who maybe got the game already, feel free to share your thoughts down below too. By the way, if you're looking for a good FPS game for the Switch, I made a video highlighting what I consider to be the best for the console. If you want to check that out, I'll leave a link to that down below in the comments, as well as at the end of this video. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel and haven't yet done so, make sure to click on the subscribe and bell buttons so you never miss a single video. That's all I have for today. Make sure to play some video games. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time.
Thank you.